welcome to episode 76 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline and I'm coming to you today from my home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to have you here. How are we doing? Hope you're all well. Sorry, I need to make my screen bigger. Sorry about that. I'm slightly later in recording. I had hoped to record last Friday, which would have been Good Friday. However, I didn't realise Andrew had a dentist appointment. It is now Monday the 10th of April. And I have been semi-productive. So, let's get started. I did say in the last podcast I wear this all the time. I have changed since then, I would like to point out. This is my summer t-shirt by Vera Sanon. As I said, absolutely love it. It is made from Drops Cotton Merino in shade 21, which is Heather. I've got a bit of a bobble here. That was Patch and his claws. I've got another one up here. I need to make more. Absolutely love this. I will be making more, hopefully soonish. There will be no patch this week. Mr. Bark has very kindly offered to keep a hold of patch while I podcast, because last week was just a nightmare. There may or may not be an appearance from Miss Millie, who is currently glaring at me because I'm in her space. Yeah, so I've had a really good week this week. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 finished objects, of which you've seen 1. I will be calling this podcast Nancy Made Me Do It, because, yeah, Nancy made me do it. All of it. Let's get started. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra. We have our Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We are running 2 make-alongs at the moment. The first one is the ABP StashSmash 2023. It starts on the 1st of January and ends on the 31st of December. If it can be measured in metres, then it counts. So it's any craft at all where you can measure your projects by metres. Our second make-along is the ABP Star Flanket KAL. That starts on the 1st of January and ends on the 31st of December. Yeah, that's it. You have to make a Star Flanket. You don't have to finish the Star Flanket. You will still be entered in for prizes if we get to like the end of December and you're still not finished. I'm likely going to just tell you to just get as far along as you can and then just add it in. Obviously, Stephen West blankets are quite hard going. This week we have coming in, going out, StashSmash and Whip. In this week's podcast, there is just knitting, and timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below. I will need to apologise because I was in the middle of picking winners, got distracted by someone coming to the door and never finished it off. And it's just now, when I was reading through the make-alongs, that I forgot. What I will do, I am hoping to get back into a pattern of podcasting every week. So, I will have the winners picked. Chances are I'll have the prizes ready to go, and then you can just give me your address. What I will say, I will have everything ready to go by Friday. So you have until 11:59 p.m. That is British summer time. I would check your time against BST just to make sure you know when that is. There is still time to enter for either one of the make-alongs. You can put it in either Instagram or on the Ravelry group. If you're unable to use either, if you contact me by email, I will slip your entry into the list. Yeah. So you've got until 11:59 p.m. on Thursday, which will be the 14th of April. And then on the 15th, I will pick winners, and then I'll record on the Saturday. I've been bad again. And again, I'm not even remotely sorry for it. I may or may not have... Oh, for goodness sake, I forgot that as well. I was needing to purchase some Knit Pro swivel cables. And I normally purchase them from the Woolly Brew in Pittenweem. It is my not so local yarn shop. As I said, it's about 36 miles away, so it's not really that local. However, absolutely lovely folks in the Woolly Brew. I ordered that. I'm pretty sure it was either the Thursday or the Friday, and by the Saturday it'd come. Brilliant service. Very reasonably priced. Couple of pence cheaper than Wool Warehouse. However, a small business, would rather support them. So, I ordered two 80cm or 32-inch cables. I ordered two 100cm or 40-inch cables. And I ordered two 120 or 47-inch swivel cables. Now, the Knit Pro swivel cables are the Mindful cables. Do I have one sitting? I don't know. I think I might do. I might do. Right, so without giving the game away with what's going on here, so this is the Mindful cable. If you just watch my wee safety penguin, he spins. These cables do not have any memory whatsoever, as you can see. No memory. These come pretty much like that. Slightly bigger than that, but they come looped. No memory whatsoever. They're absolutely straight, and the swivel. So that's I do prefer the Mindful cables over the normal Knit Pro cables. Yeah, they're my favourite. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, I need a drink. I think I might have ate my dinner too quick. So while I was on, I may have had a bit of a perusal of the yarn that was in the shop. I may have had a bit of a perusal. And some stuff may have fallen into my basket. These may have fallen into my basket. Again, not even remotely sorry. Now, I had two separate purchases for this. This one, is this the right one? Yes, it is. This is Opal, I think it's Opal Beauty or Opal Wellbeing. I can't remember which one it is. This one here. I love the colours in this. This is colour number 11301, which is Energy. That'll be the last one that I say, because I will not be able to pronounce any other of these ones. It is a 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide. You get 425 metres and 100 grams. These are most likely going to be socks. Let's be honest. Do I need more sock wool? Probably not. Did it stop me buying it? No, it didn't. The next one is this one. Oh, they show you what the knit up is. Can you see that? That's what that one knits up as. Love it. The next one knits up like this. Now, this is shade number 11302, which is however you pronounce that. Again, 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide. You get 125 metres and 100 grams. And the third one that I couldn't see because it matches my big colours is this one. Pretty is that? This is for Mr. Bark, and it is shade number 11304, which is whatever that is. Let me attempt to pronounce it. So, that was last week. Was it last week? Actually, I think that might have been earlier in the week. That might have been earlier in the week that they came. I think I might have ordered it last Saturday and it came at the beginning of this week. Last week. Yeah, the week before. Confusing. However, I may or may not, on a Zoom, possibly Thursdays, ordered some stuff. Like this. Still from the Woolly Brew. This is the mini ball bag. I've had this before. You get this lovely ball bag. Love the handles. And you get, I think it's 20 10 gram Opal mini balls. However, do you need any reissue? I was looking through these colours. Now, obviously, I thought when Fiona posted it, it was new colours. Nowhere on the Woolly Brew's website did Fiona say it was new colours. What she did say, it was new bags. So I basically just bought 20 more of the same colours. Oh, mind you, that's slightly different. That one might... Oh, that one might actually be different. That one might be different. What I think I might do is actually... Sorry, I couldn't see my glasses. I think what I might do is actually contact Fiona and ask her, are the balls in the mini bags, the mini ball bags, different opal colours from the one from last year? Is it last year or the year before? What I'm not wanting to do, obviously, I put these in my scrappy projects. What I don't want is to put them in and not realise that obviously they're all the same colour. I'm starting to think maybe they're not the same colour. Well, no, all of them. That one definitely is, because I've seen, I just put that one in. That one looks slightly similar to one that I've already got. Those four don't. That one does. That one looks similar to one that I've already got. That one looks similar to one that I've already got. This one, possibly not. There's that one. That's seriously pretty. That one looks similar to one that I've already got. Actually, that looks similar to one of them. Yeah. So that one is definitely similar to one that I've already got. But there again, let's be honest. They're wee mini balls. They're going to be stunning. Look at that one. These are all 10 grams. You get, does it tell you? I don't think it does. It's a 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide. You get 10 grams. So you're looking at 420 metres. Yeah, but 400, no, start again, you'll get 420 metres and 10 grams. Whew. 42 metres and 10 grams. Yeah. So what then a thing happened. Oh, I don't have my Patreon mini either. I'll stick a picture in. As it was the beginning of the month, the lovely Danny and Alex had a shop update. I think I've said to Danny and Alex just to add my mini skein to any order that I place. Just to cut down the postage. So I'll stick a picture in of the mini skein. It is absolutely gorgeous. And as you know, I am making a C2C blanket using the Patreon minis and any other mini skeins or leftovers from my Yarn Corner yarn. So they dyed up these. This one is called Easter Egg Hunt. It's 5 20-gram minis, so it's 100 grams. You get 400 metres. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You've got a pink and a blue and a purple and a yellow and a green, and it's awesome. Oh, and it smells amazing. So that was my first purchase, and I'm feeling rather smug because I also purchased this gorgeousness. This is called Not For Danny. It is 100 grams or 400 metres. It is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It is a sock yarn. It is going to be socks. I did say possibly for Andrew, however, possibly not. It has been rather cheeky of late and tough. Now, so that was everything that I bought from my Yarn Corner. Yeah, it was, because I curbed the amount because I'd been a bit spendy. However, it's not all the yarn that I bought. The lovely Denise, as I mentioned in last week's podcast, when I had purchased the stuff from Denise, I had forgot to purchase the cream egg colourway. Now, it had sold out. Denise had ordered more yarn. She became unwell. The yarn took forever to come. Poor Denise was pulling her hair out. Again, I'm not in any great rush for yarn. However, it came. This is cream egg. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres in 100 grams. It is stunning. You will see it later on, because I may or may not have cast it on. I done a thing. I'm not going to lie. I may live to regret it. But, yeah, so that's my purchases. I am actively trying to wind back the spending. And even the spending, more the buying of yarn. Because I do have quite a lot. Obviously, I keep buying sock wool. And, well, the stuff for the woolly brew I really didn't need. I just bought on a whim. However, I'm actively trying to support my lovely friends and their small businesses, because it would be rude not to. And obviously, they're going into a project that's going beside all the other My Yarn Corner stuff. It's going to make friends with all the Mouse Switch yarn stuff. And I don't even think any of Denise's is in there, because I think I've used all the stuff that I bought for Denise. Oh, I've got more coming for Denise. Maybe one. Or possibly two. Yeah. So, they can join the party in that top box. So that is everything. I bought 620, but that's actually not true, because I forgot to add on the mini balls, which is about 200 grams. So we're looking at what? I might need to count. I'll need to count. Yeah. So the total's maybe slightly off because I forgot to add on the mini balls, and there is a space for the mini balls, but I never added them. Taking the mini balls off, I have brought in 620 grams, which is alright, and 2,555 metres. That does include the Patreon mini, which I didn't actually buy. It is a gift from Danny and Alex for being a patron. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't even care. I will do these in the order that I finished them. So on Tuesday last week, I had a right mood on. Now, none of these have been blocked. 2 of them I'm not even going to bother blocking. However, this one will need blocking. On Tuesday last week, I had a right mood on. And I wasn't wanting to knit on any of my projects. I was like, I want to start something new. I want it to be quick. So I started this. This is the Secret Garden Dishcloth by the Kitchen Sink Shop. Modifications. The pattern is written for worsted. I used DK. Know that you can tell the difference. It's maybe a wee bit shallower, but it's alright. It's quite thick. Can you see? It's quite thick. Nice fabric. I used a 3.25mm high sharp on a 16-inch cord. The Secret Garden Dishcloth is now a paid for pattern on Ravelry. At the time, I had subscribed last year to the Year of Dishcloths and got it for free. However, you can purchase this on Ravelry. I used 26.51 grams or 39.77 metres. It's lovely. Absolutely love it. I am slightly obsessed. This is using the rainbow cotton yarn that I got a couple of weeks ago from Hobby. I'll stick a picture in of the yarn. This is shade 48, which is a light peachy colour. It's nice. Can use it as face cloth, or I don't think Ryan would use it as a dishcloth. I'd be too feared in case they stained it and I'd have to kill them. But first finished object, I started this on the Tuesday night, got to about there during the My Yarny Corner Patreon Zoom. Had to rip it back because I made a mistake. Redone it, got to about there. So I managed to get 2 repeats put in, went to bed, woke up in the morning and finished it. So it's a really, really quick knit. I'm planning on making more dishcloths. So that was finished object number 1. Finished object number 2. I am so unbelievably happy. Now I need to get my tag. Is that what it says? So, I finished my socks. I am so happy. This is sock number 1. This was where I was in the last episode. Finished off the toe. Then the lovely Denise from Dear Designs had posted a bonus episode. Was it a bonus episode or was it a vlog post? Can't remember. I will try and leave links. Now I'm having problems with the links. I do go in and make sure that everybody's YouTube channel is linked. However, it's not always working. I've not quite figured out how I'm going to do it. Not quite figured that point out. I may have to check on the help bit about how... I know how to do the links, and I've done them. However, when I save them and go back, it just automatically changes it to so you get a 404 message. I will try to leave the link to Denise's video somewhere. Or I will definitely leave Denise's video linked down below. Or Denise's channel linked down below. This was done over the last couple of weeks. I had seen it. I think it was Saturday. It was Friday or Saturday last week that I had seen it. And I'm not going to get away because obviously you should go watch it. But Denise said that she was going to be doing a specific thing to get her to finish, see if she could knit a sock in 5 days. I thought, oh, I wonder if that would work with me. Now, obviously, Denise's socks were shorties. Mine's are full-length sock. So, I done some maths. I did sit with the first one. By this point, I'd already finished the first one. So, I literally sat and wrote down how many rows were in the toe, how many were in the foot, how many were in the heel, how many were in the leg, and how many were in the cuff. Totaled that up and then divided it by, I think, how many days. Was it how many days? Or did I just divide it by 5? Cannot honestly remember. But I divided it by something, and it had me knit 40 rounds every single day for X amount of days, and I would get it done. However, got a teeny tiny bit carried away. Done the 40 rows on the Saturday or the Sunday, I can't remember which one. Done the 40 rows on the Monday, done the 40 rows on the Tuesday. On the Wednesday, I got really carried away, and I just kept knitting and kept knitting and kept knitting. So come the Thursday morning, I bound them off. Is that right? Was it Thursday? Yeah, on the Thursday I bound them off, kitchen or the toe. So on Monday's Zoom, on the Thursday, And this is where I blame Nancy. So I'd finished my socks. These are the kitchen sink shop. The library socks by the kitchen sink shop. They're there. The library socks. They're stunning. Right, the library socks are a free pattern on Ravelry. That's why there's no price there. The Secret Garden dishcloth is, because I forgot to put the price of that down, it is $3 or £1.87. You can buy the full ebook, which is $10 or £6.24. That gives you 12 patterns. There's some of them there. Can you see? There's some of the patterns for last year. That's them. Absolutely love them. I can take my stitch marker back out. And that is yet another pair of socks finished. So I think I'm up to 2 pairs of socks. The yarn is Mouse Witch yarn. And I've got a case of Dropsy. This is Year of Yarn. This is the February colourway. It is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. I used 67.29 grams for my socks, which is 269.16 metres. I did manage to enter them into, I think, did I? I don't think I did. Right, wait a minute. Year of Sock 2023, did I actually remember to enter them? No, I didn't. Well done. I finished them on the 6th of January, so I've still got plenty of time. So that is my February socks done. I have cast on, haven't cast on the March socks yet. I do have a pattern for them. I have, however, cast on my April socks, and I will show you them very soon. Next, and this is where we start blaming Nancy, because it was all Nancy's fault. My next finished object is seriously cute. Now, you bear with me a little moment. So, sorry peoples. Oh, and while I'm at it, I will fix the next one as well. On Thursday, during the Mouses Makes Zoom that Mandy hosts on a Thursday at 11 AM, we had, how did we go into the subject of it? I think Denise had asked Nancy about yarn cozies, and Nancy had suggested these. Now, not this specific one, because this is for a 20 gram mini. This is the mini yarn cozy by Knitty Natty. This is a 20 gram mini yarn cozy. You do, in this pattern, you do get a 50 gram mini yarn cozy. However, if you buy the bundle, you also get the 100 grams. So, I've done 20 gram, I've done 100 grams. My next one is going to be a 50 gram. However, I need self-striping yarn for that. So, I actually doing that. That was stunning. So, going back to this. This is £6 or $6 or £5.04 ish. Or you can get both patterns, both for the 20 gram, the 50 gram, and the 100 gram yarn cozies, and that's $9 or £7.55 ish. They are paid for patterns on Ravelry. This, the 20 gram mini, I used 4.3 grams. I used a 2.25mm higher sharp. And this is just some leftover 75, 25. I don't even know where I got that. I think it might have came for a bag of leftovers and scraps for a woman up the road. So that's that one. It's so cute. So that was finish object number 3. And this I finished earlier, which is why I haven't recorded earlier, because I got stuck making this. Now, I'll go back to this one. This took me, was it 6 hours or 8 hours to make? It was, I don't see me making tons of these because they were a wee bit fiddly. However, these, now, I will be completely honest, I got a wee bit carried away right here and forgot to put the cable in. However, the rest of it does have the cables. This one is the Yarn Cozy Light by Natty. In both the patterns, you get a cabled version, you get a ribbed version, and she also tells you how to do them with self-striping yarn, so you don't get the blips on what would be the outside. They're actually on the inside, which makes it lovely. Anything else? Yeah. This yarn is Sardar Country Style. I have lost a project bag. Yeah. Sardar Country Style. It is a 4-ply. It is a wool blend. This is 40% polyamide, 30% wool, 30% acrylic. You get 226 meters and 50 grams. This is shade 392, which clearly isn't the colour that I put down, which is pale pink. Sort of like a beigey, peachy, rosy. Yeah. It's shade 392. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I will be making more. Maybe not right away, because I do really need to start finishing off some big projects. I used a 2.5mm high sharp on a 9-inch circular for that. That was a really enjoyable knit. I used 11.5 grams or 51.98 meters. Absolutely ecstatic. So, I'm going to stick that back there. In the last few weeks, I have crafted 109.6 grams and 378.11 meters, which isn't horrendous. I did bring in like 2,000 meters. Oops. But we're not going to worry. I'm just going to keep crafting. It'll be fine. I'm not going to panic just yet. Now, my totals may be slightly wonky. When I was updating all my totals, I realised that there was something wrong with my totals, so I'll need to go back and check them. However, I think the total outgoing at the moment is correct. I'll just need to go back and check. So, my goal is to craft 25,000 meters by the end of 2023. Previous outgoing was 5,350.6 meters. This week I have managed to craft 378.11 meters, which brings my total outgoing this week to 5,000 728.71 meters. The next one is completely wrong because I didn't add on the mini balls. I will, however, add them on next week. My previous incoming was 16,875 meters. Minus the mini balls, I had brought in 2,555 meters, which brings my total incoming so far this year to 19,430 meters. So far this year, I have crafted 991.72 meters. I have knit 4,736.99 meters. I've still not spun anything, I've still not woven anything. I am taking part in the Ravelry Project Challenge. My challenge is to craft 30 projects in 2023. To date, I have done 11, which I am ecstatic about. I think I'm still slightly under. Because was it 4 projects every 3 months? Yeah. So I'm one under for that. But again, I'm not that fussed about that. Which means I'm sitting at 11. No, I'm not sitting at 11%. I'm sitting at 11 projects, or 37%. So I'm about a third of the way there, which is quite good because it is only April. Yeah. So that's not too bad. I'm not going to cry yet. I'm doing quite well. So, is that everything I think it is? Not horrendous, but not fantastic either. Now, I think it was the last week I had said that my plan was to make the Rye socks by TinCanKnits. Using the yarn, hold it that way. This is Year of Yarn, and it's the Mouse Witch yarn, handmade by Poppy and Mouse. And this is the Year of Yarn, and it's the April colourway. It is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 100 grams or 400 meters. I done a thing, and Nancy didn't stop me. Obviously, I'm behind in socks, so I need to untangle myself. This was not this tangled before I put it back in the bag. I'm doing 2 pairs of socks at the same time. These ones will be the Rye Light. Look how pretty that is going to be. That is going to be absolutely stunning. I am 2 more knit rounds to go and 1 more increase round to go, and that will be the toe finished. Modifications, I am doing toe up instead of cuff down for the Rye Light socks. And I'm also putting in the integrated heel. The Rye Light socks ask for a heel flapping gusset. I'm not that enamoured with heel flapping gussets. So I'm just going to take the heel from the basic socks with integrated heel by Ailbíona McLochlainn. The Rye Light socks are a free pattern on Ravelry. The basic socks with integrated heel is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. Yeah. So that's my plan for these. I've only got a toe. Hopefully I should have a wee bit more work done on them by next week. And then you'll at least see what they look like. My next sock pattern is... how pretty is that? These are the cream egg. You see it there. Cream egg colourway by Dear Designs. What the heck did I do with the tag this time? I think I made it. No, Mandy's yarn sitting on top here. So this is the cream egg colour by Dear Designs. It's seriously pretty. So, for this, I'm just doing a plain vanilla sock. I have no intentions of doing anything fancy. I do want this yarn to shine because it's stunning. So I'm making absolutely no modifications to that. The basic socks with integrated tail by Ailbíona McLochlainn is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It is €4 or £3.66-ish. I've said I'm using the cream egg colour, and for both of these socks I'm using a 2.25mm high sharp on a 40-inch cord. Right now there's a bit of a tangle going on. However, once I fix it, yeah, I'm just needing to jiggery pokery. Yeah, so that is that one. I've done that. I just need to make sure that I'm putting them in the right way. I think I've done the cream egg colour, and I'm now, or have I done? No, I've done Mandy's one. I'm now on Denise's one. So yeah, hopefully by next week there will be a little bit more progress. You'll be able to see the patterns. It does take a while to do them. The cream egg socks, not so much because it's just plain stockinette. I can whiz through that. It's a wee bit fiddly right now with the Rye Light socks. But again, well actually the two of them are quite fiddly right now because I'm still doing the increases. Once I get on to just doing a plain vanilla sock or doing a pattern on the back of the sock, it should become a whole lot easier. I'm hoping. Is there anything else? No, that's that one. My next project, I had to go back and fix. How much you betting I'm in the middle of a row? Every time. Right, give me a second. I will be back in 2. I need to get off the middle of a round. Sorry about that. Finally got to the end of the row. This was where I was the last time you saw it. I've done a fair wee chunk. Now, this section would have been finished had it not been for that. Round about one of these sides, don't exactly know where, but round about somewhere here. I don't know what, I'm not 100% sure what happened. Part of me thinks that I was tired and I just put my knitting away like this in the middle of a row and my stitches fell off, and when I picked them back up I think I might have moved the stitch marker so it went on the wonk. So I had to rip it back to just before here and re-knit it. Now, these are marking X amount of rows. I am well over halfway using this yarn. This is Rainy Day by Mouse Witch Yarns. I'll let you have a look how it knits up. There's a bit around here. See this? Gives me warm fuzzies. Apologies. Someone's alerting me to a sale. You know who you are, Alex. Yeah, warm fuzzies. Absolutely loving it. I am about, well no, I've got a few more rows to go before I get to add in. What's the next one? I think the next one is this one that will go on. It's absolutely going to be stunning. And then I get to go on to that one. And then I get to go to that one, which I kept calling the sun. It's actually called Sunshine. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous. This is not going well. I have to push that back up. There we go. It's going to be absolutely stunning. And yeah, I'm loving it. Oh, belly band's falling off. I will need to get these 3 caked up, ready to go. And I will also need to find out where the heck I put the needle stoppers. I will, however, use my needle case that the lovely, or I can't remember what these are called. Sarah, you're going to have to remind me again. That my lovely friend Sarah sent me. This would solve so many problems if I'd actually put that on in the first place. So yeah, absolutely loving this. I'm using a 3.5mm drops classic needle on a 100cm cord. Once I get up a bit, possibly, I think what I'll do is when I go on to this colour, I might actually take one of the needles off and move it onto one of the bigger Mindful cables, just because they're nicer to knit with. I'm not going to run through all. I never even told you what the pattern was. So special. This is the Eyelet Burst Shawl by Stephen West. I'll take this back off so you can see. Just stabbed myself. Yeah. This is what it's looking like right now. It's going to be seriously, seriously pretty when it's finished. I am so happy with this. It's a really, really easy, enjoyable knit. All you're doing is knitting backwards and forwards. You knit every row. You add on a couple of increases. I am at the stage where I know exactly. Right now I'm just knitting backwards and forwards. I know exactly how many rows I need to do to get to the point where I add in the next colour. And again, that's just the same for X amount of rows. Then I drop this colour, because you stripe this colour and colour B, which is the April Showers. You stripe that for X amount of rows, then you drop colour A and knit X amount of rows with colour B, and then you just keep on doing that until you get to the end, and it's going to be amazing. The bind off is probably going to be an I-cord bind off, because let's face it, that's what Stephen West does. And it's going to be awesome, and I love it. The Eyelet Burst Shawl is €6 or £5.55ish. It is a paid for pattern on Ravelry, or you can purchase it from the West Knits website. They'll be linked down below. Yeah, absolutely loving that project. Cannot wait to get more progress done on it. I need to move the stitch marker up. Have a look. Where am I going? One of these ones will do. Yeah, so absolutely loving that project. So that is that one. My final, I think it's my final, is it my final? Yes, my final project is one that I was working on, I think it was Thursday. I was working on it, and I was just bored. Is the easiest way to say it. This was where I was the last time. I have put in another stripe and a half. This is the Special Stripy Blanket by Julia Marsh. It is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It is £3.50. I don't think there is anywhere else that you can get it. I'm not going to run through the colours again. This is all knit in Stylecraft Special Chunky. We have parchment, pistachio, pale rose, storm blue, gold, sage and pomegranate. You can look on my Ravelry page. All the colours are linked there. Yeah, I've made some progress on it. However, not as much as I'd hoped. Because I had hoped to get another full stripe section put in. And I've not. So I may steal Denise's suggestion of putting... Actually, I think Mandy does it as well. Of putting the projects on a rotation. So I spend one day working on a project. I have... How many projects? So this will be 1. Eyelet burst will be 2. Yeah. So I think what I might do is have this. Yeah, because the other project, I'm wanting 4 projects in rotation. The socks I'll work on every day. I'm still going to do Denise's suggestion for the socks and do them. You're supposed to do. What I've done was 40 rows a day. I think I'll only do 20 because I'm doing 2 socks. I'll do 20 rows a day, which means that I should, fingers crossed, be at the heel by Friday. And then what I'll do, what did I work on today? I finished the, yeah, that would have been right, because I worked on the yarn cozy today, so that's taken that off. I'm not going to be picking up another project right now. I think what the plan will be is to work on the stripy blanket, the Eyelet burst shawl. The socks will get worked on every single day because I'm going to go back to not allowing myself to work on anything until I've put the 20 rows in for them. And then the other project will be the star blanket, which I have worked on this week. However, you will see that next. Just tell you what needle I was using. I am using a 5mm Knit Pro Zing. The pattern does call for a 6mm. Wasn't 100% keen on the fabric for that, so I've just went down to a 5. And I'm just going to keep plodding on with this. I'm not in any major rush for another blanket, but it's been sitting for well over a year, and I just need to get that yarn out of my stash. Is there anything else? I think that's everything. So those are all my whips. There is one whip missing, and that is the star blanket. So we're going to move on to our next section. The star blanket is in the naughty corner. What I'm going to say is the star blanket has not been naughty. The star blanket was coming on great guns. If you remember last week, I stuck a wee picture in. I was on the brioche. It was going swimmingly. Absolutely adored it. Why is it in naughty corner? On Monday, my son had a doctor's appointment. And I think I'd said to him on Sunday night, do you need me to run you to the doctor's tomorrow? No, I'm going to walk. I'm going to get some exercise. I was like, great. Monday morning, done my 40 rows on the socks. Sitting, knitting away, just enjoying life. Life was great. Happened to notice that Andrew's appointment was at 10 to 3. which for our American viewers is $14.50. Happened to look at the clock as Andrew burst into the living room going, I need you to run me down to the doctor's. My appointment's at 10 to 3. It was 14:49. Was I even dressed? Yes, I was dressed. I had no socks on, I had no shoes on, so I had to go run, put socks and shoes on, I had to go find the cardigan to go run them down. So I'd literally just lifted my scarf blanket and thought, I'll just leave it there, we're not going to be long, we'll take patch, everything will be fine. Famous last words. I came home, we were literally away 5 minutes, came back home, walked into the living room, noticed that the scarf blanket was sitting on my seat. And I was like, that's a bit weird, it must have fell off. Still never thought anything of it. So, got a cup of tea, sat back down, picked it up, and at that point I could have cried. What I think would have happened is Arya's came to the window, knocked the scarf blanket down, then decided to lie on it, got up when we come back and moved stuff, and I no longer have brioche. I do now. I will apologise to Sarah, because had I put my safety penguins in, it would never have happened. I do need to take back this section. I need to take this back because there's some of them that don't have the right number of stitches. I know down here do have the right number of stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the grey part out. I'll actually maybe do that later on. I'm going to take the grey part out, and then I'm going to re-knit this section, and then I'm going to restart the brioche. Now, it doesn't matter, I've got other ones coming. So what I'm going to do is, do I have one here? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my C, which is sitting on my desk, that I got from Denise. I'm going to stick this in here, in there, or this one. No, it'll be here, because I do need to find my beginning of the round. I do have them there. I also have, why do I have two mindful cables sitting here? Oh yeah, because that's on a mindful cable. I need to stick one of these. I need to get the other mindful cable back. Scissors. I've got one more wee snow globe from Denise. So I'll just pop that on, seeing as I've used my milkshake on that one. So I'm going to stick this progress keeper back down here, because I'm going to rip all this back out, and I'm just going to rip it out, redo the final part of section 2. Is that right? 1, 2, yeah. Final part of section 2, then I'll go on to do the brioche. So that is my plan. I'm not going to run through the colours because I ran through it last week. So the plan is going to be, sorry, here, patch came for a kiss. I will rotate, I'll do the socks every day. I will rotate the Eyelet burst shawl, the special stripy blanket, and the scarf blanket. I'm going to rotate them every day. I will possibly, by the time I edit this tonight, I'll possibly just work on the Eyelet shawl. Actually, I'll rip the star blanket back while I'm editing this. And tomorrow, I'll rip the star blanket back, and then I'll redo that row. And then I'll work on that tomorrow to see if I can get the full section 2 finished again, and hopefully restart the brioche. Not 100% ticked off, to be honest. The star blanket is a paid for pattern on Ravelry or on the West Knits website. It's £6 or £5.55 ish. I'm not going to run through the colours. They're all Stylecraft Special DK. If you want to see all the colours, go back to next week when it's not depressing. I'm using a 4mm Drops Classic on a 47-inch Knit Pro Mindful cable. So yeah, that's what I've worked on this week. Not a huge amount. However, I have got 4 finished objects which I'm happy about. Life is good. Life is going well. I'm enjoying some crafty me time. Mr. Patch is still a nightmare. That dog has not changed. Next weekend we have, is it next weekend? Yes, next weekend we have the puppy trainer, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah. I hope you've all had a lovely Easter. We had a very nice Easter. Easter morning was not great. We took both the dogs for a walk. That was a colossal nightmare. Ended up absolutely battered in wet sand. Made the mistake. We decided to take the dogs for a walk in the morning, come back, then go to visit Ryan's aunt. We ended up having to get completely changed. The dogs had to go in for a shower. They were battered in muddy sand. It just wasn't fun. Easter Bunny came and left me a big Easter egg. That was lush. Haven't finished that. I have ate the mini eggs out it. Dropped off Ryan's dad's Easter egg to him. Came home and had a roast dinner. I had a roast chicken dinner, which was lush. And today I have been working on the show notes, finishing off the large yarn cozy, and working on socks. So that's what I've done so far. I am going to edit this. The super fast broadband is wonderful. That got put in a couple of weeks ago, last week, a couple of weeks ago, can't remember. That got put in, yeah. Only issue was the fibre cable, unlike copper cable which can be bent round buildings, fibre cable cannot be bent. So the broadband is now in here, which is our bedroom, which means the internet in the living room is shocking. So the lovely Mr. Bark is one, needing to buy me a shelf so that the broadband can sit up there out the road, and two, buy me a disc for in the living room so that the broadband in the living room, my laptop, the TV, and any devices we've got in the living room would normally connect to the home hub. The home hub is currently sitting up there on McLochlainn because the cat keeps knocking over. Mr. Bark has been watching Final Destination during his Easter break, and yeah, it did not go well this evening when he was trying to get it to cast to the TV. The TV used to be plugged into the home hub, but it is no longer plugged into the home hub because there is not an Ethernet cable long enough to go through the entire house. So yeah, I think he's going to be ordering a new desk. Anything else? Yeah, that's it. Arya's doing well. She's just a happy pup. Patch is a nightmare. I have had to move all the house plants out his road because he's just wrecking them. So I'm going to have to come up with a plan. Right now we had a tray that we used for our tomato plants. Ryan very kindly gave that hose down and has brought that inside so the plants can sit on that. On top of puppy gel so he can eat it. Yeah, life is not going well, people. That puppy is a nightmare. I do want to thank the lovely new members of Zoom who kindly asked to join. We have been having a lovely time on Zoom. Nancy's tempted me. I do have another, I think I've got another week with Nancy. Do I? I think I've got another few days with Nancy. We have what we've got on this week. Lots of Zooms, basically. We have the My Yarn Corner Patreon Zoom tomorrow, and I don't think Mandy's Zooms this week. I think I might be next week. Yeah, just lots of Zooms, lots of chats with ladies, lots of fun and hilarity. Yeah, life is good. Health wise, no change. There's been absolutely no change. Bloods are still the same. Still waiting on a hospital appointment. I'll be waiting forever for that appointment. It's been about a year. I hope you have a very, very crafty time, and I will see you back here again soon.